So there's so much excitement around reasoning models, and Deepseek distills 7 billion parameter. The Quen model is no different. It's amazing. So, of course, OpenAI Operator has launched, and it's incredible to see all of the clicks in a browser. But I want to show how you would actually homebrew that, and the reasoning behind that actually is similar. And so, the logic behind how we set these up. This is just one approach. I have it on a Mac Mini M4 Pro, maxed at 64 gig of RAM. And so this is not going to be incredibly fast, but with things like NVIDIA's digits machine going to be released in May, there is so much excitement around this that this can be then distilled down to a server that you can then have on your own server local machine. So I have LM Studio here. I've loaded, of course, the DeepSeek model. It's only 7 billion parameters, but it works pretty well. I have a Python script that I wrote that uses some prompts to test the reasoning. In this case, it's finding NFL standings, and it's going to open the browsers, and you're going to see similar actions here. I have pointed it to ESPN, but then it needs to search to find where standings and teams. First, I need to populate teams to understand what are the teams I'm looking for. So I'm using reasoning to do that, and then it finds it on the site. But then, furthermore, it's going to also populate the standings. And so here it's launching the website. I'm gonna put this smaller so you can see what's going on here on the back end. And now it's gone to the teams page because it thinks that that's where the best place to populate teams are. And now it's doing some reasoning on our LM Studio on this. So this is a locally served up API endpoint, and so that's what's hitting. And so now we have all of the teams that have been populated. Didn't do a perfect job. It found 26, even though it's 32. We'll see if it corrects that. But now we found the on NBC Sports, we found the standings, so you could see where it progressed from being able to look at a homepage on NBC Sports to then going to standings and from the NFL page. And now it's doing some reasoning. While it's doing reasoning on what is a win loss, that's the instruction. It's being asked to use that list of teams to extract their wins and losses from the standing page. So you can see the reasoning here on the background, but here is how we populated the teams. So you can see all of the language that it used to process that, and then how it landed on these teams. And then we're going to see an output here shortly of how it reasons through populating wins and losses. This is really exciting, and I think that what we're going to find is that as these machines, as our machines or our services, again, digits is a really good example here, become much more capable of running these models. We get a lot different type of performance, just like what you see in OpenAI operator. One thing to note is that this is where agents are going to be very important. I have not set up any type of systems or agents to go back and to review or validate and to create better outputs. This is again simply a model, a zero shot that I'm doing with Deepseek, but that's really helpful. And you'll see here that we have already a CSV that was created. This is the format of that. We have all of the records that were pulled, again, using reasoning. I think it's really cool. I think that, as we move forward, again, with faster models, then you can do a lot more agentic work. But this is just one way to reproduce what's happening on OpenAI's operator on a local server.